A couple months ago, I came across these YouTube videos where this person 100%ed Pokemon XD and Colosseum. They kind of inspired me to do this challenge, but I had one problem. Since I couldn't decide which game I wanted to complete first, I chose both. I decided to play both of these games at the same time. My goals for this challenge are pretty simple. Catch and purify all shadow Pokemon, get Ho-Oh, get all 3 of the Johto starters, and collect all 50 battle CDs in 1 week. And you know, I kind of lost my mind in between all this battling I had to do. I didn't save? No! I marathon this non-stop on my Twitch channel, so if you haven't already, give me a follow. Pokemon XD and Colosseum are 2 different games within the same universe, where Pokemon XD takes place 5 years after the events of Pokemon Colosseum. They were made during Generation 3. This is all before the physical and special split, so, you know, kind of rough times. I got the Holy Bible with me. This is the Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness official guide. I'm doing it with 2 controllers. Okay, I got one here and I got the other here. I want to see this go 2 weeks, bro. Yeah, I only booked a week off. So boy on the left, I'm pretty sure his name is Wes. Boy on the right, pretty sure his name is Michael. I don't know what we should really call them. Wes is such a sick name. Mud and Buds, Mud and Dylan. Name the first one Check. Bro, what are y'all coming up with? West and Virginia. Hey, Virginia? I like Colosseum's intro better. I think it's just way more chaotic. Look at this shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, what's going on? Who blew it up? What's that arm doing there? XD right here, don't even worry about it, bro. Look at Colosseum. This is cinema. XD is just some fucking chaotic, like, Lugia comes in, flashes the eye. Ah, it's so crazy. Bro, he blew up a whole building, ran off with an arm, took off with his Pokemon? Come on, bro. That's my GOAT. That's our GOAT West. We're in a battle already. Okay. I forgot about this. Like, where's our character? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Looks like the cause of the explosion is under investigation. Okay, something about Professor Krane. What does he look like to y'all? Fuck Krane, who dat on the left? Hey, yo! I need to find Virginia's sister Lily, who is playing a crazy game of hide and seek and somehow ends up at the trap house. So I don't know why, but she's there. In Colosseum, I battled this guy named Willie who has 2 Zigzagoons, and I think it's kind of a cool concept that you get to start off with 2 Pokemon right off the bat, level 30. I just have to say, one of these is the best evolution, and I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all duke that out in the comment section below. After beating Willie, this guy recommends that I pull up to Phenac City because I guess I'm just too strong, where something insane happened. Look at this shit right here. Watch this. Watch Colosseum. Watch this. Watch this fucked up shit. Look who they had in the sack. Bro, they were kidnapping a girl. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we'll ever see this in another Pokemon game ever again. All right, who are we? Oh my God, Rui? Like Rui Hachimura? East and West. That's too fire. Before entering the mayor's house, this really freaky ass looking dude dressed like the Troy Lonely on a Tuesday evening going to a fashion show steps out. Back at home in XD, Krane gives me this arm machine, which is used to snag shadow Pokemon. And of course, conveniently right after, he gets fucking captured. But before they seal him away, I get thrown into a battle where this guy has a Shadow Teddy Ursa, and I'm definitely going to be adding him to my team because this Pokemon is insanely strong. Shadow Pokemon are kind of interesting. They are all super effective against any typing of Pokemon. They also do a lot more damage than your standard Pokemon. But the great concept about this game is you can just capture them as long as you have the Snagum machine. So Lisa, our mother, randomly decides that now is the time for her to finish the Purification Chamber by herself, because she doesn't need no man, you know? Hashtag A women. She sends me and sis to go to Gatling Gun Port to pick up a Purification Chamber part. And there's some random monks one-tap this guy Joey Swole. I ran up to the top of this lighthouse, and up there, I snagged another shadow Pokemon. But right after, it was time for me to get the best evolution of all time. Once again, I'll let y'all duke it out in the comment section below before I reveal. And in Colosseum, Wes's old pals came back for the snag machine until I beat the absolute brakes off of them. Meow, 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 meow. Then I went on a daunting quest to look for Pokeballs, because in this world, it's a scarcity.
at least for me.
In XC, around the lighthouse, I actually found one more shadow Pokemon, and it was time to focus back on Colosseum. Freaking Mirror B makes his grand appearance inside the mayor's house, and oh my god! Oh my god, it's Mirror B on everything, Chad. This is the best character of all time. One of his goons that captured East earlier actually has a Shadow Makihita that I went ahead and snagged up. After the battle though, I get a choice between one of 3 of the Johto starters, and unbeknownst to me, I picked the best one. Afterwards, I unlocked 2 new areas in both games. In Colosseum, I spent the majority of my time battling these trainers that are inside of the circle area, and they all have shadow Pokemon, so I was kind of stuck here for a while. The catch rates are so fucking ridiculous in this game, and the problem is that they continue to get harder and harder as the game progresses. Now, I don't know the exact number of this, but it's pretty difficult. Agate Village is super important because here you can actually purify your shadow Pokemon. Now, the way they work is that the more you send out shadow Pokemon in battle, you use them on moves, you switch them in and out, their gauge to their heart actually begins to open up. It means you're closer to purifying the Pokemon. There's actually scents you can buy in XD where it decreases the bar faster and faster to the point where you can actually just buy a shitload of them until they're purified, but it costs way too much money, and I don't have that kind of cash flow in this economy. The overseer of this village is Gandalf, and him and his wife actually tipped me off to this guy named Vander over in Mount Battle, who might have more info about Professor Krane being captured. Once I arrive at Mount Battle, one of those weird freaky ass sages arrives and tries to give me this whole venting session. I just tell him to side bow. So then I battled a few trainers up to Vander, and he actually gave me some juicy intel about this abandoned lab that is home to the evil team Cipher who kidnapped Professor Krane earlier. But once I get there, I meet up with sextuplets. I mean, they're not wrong, okay? It is a group of 6. You see this as a fucking first grader, and you start questioning a lot of things about Pokemon. 5. Does this dumbass say we're missing one? Anyway, they all want to battle me, and surprise, surprise, they all have shadow Pokemon. And yes, if you're wondering, they all are color coordinated to the type of shadow Pokemon that they have. I actually permanently added a couple of those shadow Pokemon to my team, being Spheal and also Houndour, because they're insanely strong for late game. The last trainer I need to battle in Pyrite Town is this guy named Kale, and he's got a shadow Furret who almost gave me no trouble at all. Come on, please, Furret. Please. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it worked. He lets us know that Mirror B is behind all the shadow Pokemon production jazz, and it actually cuts to Mirror B on FaceTime with Destroy Lonely's clone. Right after though, this big guy named Duking is actually told by his friend that Mirror B is using him, which ends up leading to something crazy. God, someone help this guy. What the fuck? The chief's inside, Silva came and he's got you tweaking off the gas. What the fuck happened to you? Oh shit. Wait, if the Colosseum loses power, the whole town suffers. Need you to find that gear Silva ran off with? I'm counting on you younglings. I went ahead and grabbed this gear over in a construction lot, tore through the local Colosseum battles, and then we get stopped by this Power Ranger. They forced us to battle, but in the process, I got to snag a Shadow Yanma. Unfortunately, we found out that they stole Duking's Plusle, so that means they have to die. In the tower, I snagged a couple more Pokemon, and on top of the roof, I grabbed Quillfish as well. Unfortunately, Mirror B is inside another castle inside a cave, so I made some headway into there, and of course, everyone's got Shadow Pokemon in here too. In XD, after beating the I had to run through the Cipher lab, which kind of reminds me of Silph Co. It's got a lot of elevators, lots of battles, and of course, shadow Pokemon to catch. While I was making some progress though, I decided to go ahead and check out one of my viewers' Christmas albums.
And then she gives sloppy toppy where no one else can see.
That's crazy, bro. With all that progress though, I told my chat that if they could beat Pokemon Emerald by the time this marathon is finished, they would get a ginormous prize. So I left that on for them while I went to bed. They actually chose Torchic as their starter, aka Fish. and I left it up to them from there. I kind of feel like looking at this, it looks like I didn't make that much progress. I was getting used to the controls, got to get through all the intro stuff, which takes a long time in these games. But now that I'm through that, I really should be at about, I would say 40 out of 52 tomorrow for Colosseum. XD, I should be at like 30. That same night, they locked in, trained up, and actually beat the first gym leader with fish. The next morning, I woke up to an inspirational clip sent in by my chat.
Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
And it was time to battle my first boss in XD. Her team really isn't that concerning, except for this fucking Delcatty in the back. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do all that. Don't do all that. No. No, I fucked up. 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 This has a catch feed. I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh my god, I fucked up, dude. I think this shit is dead. Please kill Sfeel. Oh, let's go. Dude, I fucked up again. I fucked up again. I actually just keep spamming A. I really shouldn't be doing that. Please. That's a catch. Oh. Bless, dude. Fucking bless. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought that SMR? Y'all thought it was rented? After saving Krane, he tells us they're trying to create the impossible shadow Pokemon, which, I mean, who would have thought, right? And the Purification Chamber was actually ready, thanks to Lily. Let's go.
Hey, women.
The Pokemon Colosseum, I got to fight the Slay Lord Boss King Mirror B and Reba. Dude, he's my goat. You have been busy being naughty and messing up our plan. What is this guy on? He's got a team full of Ludicolo with Rain Dance and Swift Swim until he pops out that Sudowoodo in the back, which actually ended up being an easy catch thanks to my special method. What do I gotta do to make a ball shake? You want me to give you a little shimmy? Get in the ball, please. Get in the ball. Get in the ball, please. Fuck, dude. Funnily enough, this is actually where the game's two timelines swap with one another. I spawn out to Agate village to go and fight off these Cipher peons that infiltrated the village and are trying to hurt Grandpa Gandalf. So like I said, the Cipher squad took over Agate village, and there is an insanely difficult shadow Pokemon to catch here. This guy has a strong team, its catch rate is stupid and dumb as hell, and when I lost the first time, this triple kick is gonna kill me. Oh my god, I didn't actually want it to. You're lying. You are lying. How do I get out? I basically just whited out. I died. I lost. So I gotta walk all the way back to the very fucking beginning. Yeah, so believe it or not, fun fact, speedrunners and Nuzlocke actually get their runs destroyed because of this battle here. And in XD, I actually popped out to the local Colosseum in Pyrite Town, which wasn't too bad. After the Colosseum in XD, I got access to these things called Pokespots, which you can go and catch regular wild Pokemon at. And I was on the hunt for the strongest quirk in the world. At one of the other Pokespots, Mirror B makes an appearance, and I'm so disappointed. His music is insanely mid compared to Colosseum. Voltorb, big pants, man, so fat. And in another timeline, Cipher has taken over the Pyrite building yet again. Between that, I was checking my Pokespots, which, please, be the Pokemon I need, Wooper. Let's go! I'm getting Larvitar. I'm getting Larvitar. Let's go, dude. In Colosseum, afterwards, I battled my way through a slog of 10 different people, all the way until I got to this guy with insanely large toes. And oh my god. Come here. Oh, shit. Yo, that is not what you want to see at night. Vegeta ass haircut. Yeah, he's got a Actually, he does have a great hairline. I'm not gonna lie. He does have a Vegeta haircut, but he's got a great hairline. So you can't be mad. In the back of his team, he's got a fucking... After weakening it and getting a pair on it, I had my shot. Oh, dude. That was a good try. Nice try. NT. All right, man. This is the last Pokemon I got available. I really want to try to avoid using revives and stuff. Throw one Ultra Ball and then a Timer Ball. If the Ultra Ball doesn't work, it's got to be a Timer Ball. Come on. Daddy needs a bullseye. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Afterwards, he drops a special looking flute, which is actually the biggest hack in the game. You see, this flute allows you to instantly purify any Pokemon that you want in the game, but I decided to save it for something else later. Anyways, I need to find a jail key for elevator access, which was so easy. Use a jail key to open the southeast cell, then pickpocket the elevator key from the sleeping prisoner. The fuck do I get the jail key? I don't have one, bro. Unless I need to talk to this guy again? No? What the fuck? Where's this jail key they speak of? Just on another desk? Oh, it's right here, bruh. Classic. Okay, classic. Jail key. Boom. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. Give me that shit. There's the elevator key. Very nice. And since Christmas was around the corner, Mary decided to drop a little care package mid-stream. What is this?
It's a shiny Kyogre. No, I'm kidding. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yo, what the hell?
Who is that?
This is Totodile.
Oh, it's a Totodile.
It's a key. It's like a key for the keyword. No way. Thank you. This is sick.
It's a shiny Kyogre.
There's bad trouble. Dude, how the fuck does someone like you, big as fuck, the size of 6 people, get smacked down to their ass and now you look like that? Brother, you got more than bad trouble on the way. And after catching all the shadow Pokemon in the Pyrite building, I had to battle this really big ass dude with a shadow Mawile. I just sacked Voltorb for a full heal up on Creamer. Oh God, bro. I'm so fucked. Super Pot Voltorb. I'm probably gonna get O-Code anyway. And then I'm gonna Pokeball. Dead ass chat, I've never been scared more than ever until now. This boss battle was hard as fuck. It was a wake-up call. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, dude. That might be the luckiest thing that ever happens this entire fucking marathon, dude. After we find out that Cipher's planning a major attack on Phenac City, you know, there's only one hero that can save the day. But first, I had to trade my first round draft pick for... What? There's no trade animation? That's it? I just randomly get Larvitar? It's got D-Dance, Outrage, Bite, and Sandstorm. Brother. Okay, so it's time to save Phenac... What the f... Back in Colosseum with the elevator key in hand, it was time to go to the Under. This is like basically the black market for shadow Pokemon where they're a hot commodity. Inside this little hotel building, we see a cutscene of the elites discussing the distribution of shadow Pokemon. And can we just talk about how this is a euphemism to drugs? Inside this house though, I get to meet KND, which basically they give me all the information on the drug deals, or I guess the shadow Pokemon. Outside there, I see little Silva from Duking's team get caught and jailed by a couple of peons. So we catch a Shadowmon and it was time to save him. Oh, nope. Okay. No, that's fine. Let's try again. No. Okay, just hold on one more time. No. I'm going crazy, right? I dead walked over there, bro. I dead walked over there. I'm not even... Back in XD, I made it to Phenac City, and it really doesn't seem like it's under attack. So I pop inside the mayor's house to see if he needs anything, and okay, I can just rummage through his shit. Nice. Upstairs, I find a shiny note that basically says they know all the intel about this major attack coming. Unfortunately, it looks like the mayor didn't get the note out in time. Uh-oh. God damn it. Here, I get to catch a Snorlax, and just when I ran downstairs... Come on, bruh. Classic. Did they look like this? I grabbed Pineco, and just when I ran out of the mayor's house, I find that Justy, the gym leader, has been cloned into a sextuplet. I wonder who it could be. When we all look this much alike, even I, your own brother, can't tell any of us apart. We'll all scatter and deflect attention away from pre-gym. If my plan works, we may be in line for admin position. Maybe. Brothers, may you undertake your orders with pride and diligence. To your positions. Since I did all the dirty work of catching all their shadow Pokemon at the lab, all I had to do was give them BTA. But all they do is drop battle CDs, which is actually a really nice reward, which kind of helps us with the 50 goal. Back in Colosseum after saving Silva, I took this UFO to the other side where that freaky looking lady on the TV Venus is shooting another video or stream or whatever the fuck this is. Her team is really nasty, especially with how under-leveled I was. Bro, seriously, look at this gap. And down to her last Pokemon in the bag. Oh. It's so over. I mean, I got by with Entei, but this thing? Oh, nah. Come on, Great Ball. Please, bro. I'll do anything. Not even 2 shakes, brother. Please don't die. We keep chucking, chat. There's no way! There's no way! There's no way! Back in XD, I was taking care of business, and after I beat the brakes off the sextups, Mirror B. You see, back in the Pokespots where I defeated him, one of his stupid little goons left something called a mirror radar there. It's basically an Apple tag for Mirror B, but one problem. It's for a very limited time, so you must go where he's at that moment. So I find him and his goons at the Oasis, and this time around, he's got Ludicolo's on deck. I snagged his Mawile and I popped back into Phenac City. Inside the pre-gym, there's a few peons where I snagged a few more mons for the road, and back outside up the steps to the stadium, there's another peon posing as an old frickin' man. So just for that, I snatch his chain for lying to me. And give me that shit. After defeating Venus, I chased after her where she escaped on an elevator, but you gotta take the long way. There's a bunch of shadow Pokemon to catch and people to battle, so we'll come back here later. Before finishing off this arc in XD, the Cipher Admin sends his little secretary after me, where I got to put him on skates live on camera, and I snatched his Mon. How fucking embarrassing is that? Give me that shit. Finally, it was admin time, and I kind of felt like I was looking down the barrel without noticing. Lunatone is a silent killer, and let me tell you something, that Shadow Rain does not play. Castform hates me, and my team is once again insanely underleveled. A few tries later though, I snatched up Lunatone and it was GG's. I decided it was break time and I grabbed a little treat to celebrate the dubskis for everyone. Do not do this at home. The Chubby Bunny challenge is you put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you stuff your mouth with them until you cannot say Chubby Bunny anymore. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Inside the penthouse in Pyrite Town, this guy tells me his granddaughter is looking for her missing Bonsly. I've never seen that Pokemon before, which was on some ship called the SS Libra. And if you kind of remember in the beginning of the game, if you put 2 and 2 together, this is that same ship. This is actually one of the first Bonsly appearances in Pokemon, which I think is such a cool fact. I tried to make my way there, but I guess the sand was just too much for the bike, so inside the G-port, I need a scooter part for the desert, but apparently I'm a hero now, and I'm all over the news. The shop guy actually tells me to go and visit his grandpa at the trap house, I don't know why he's there. Right outside, the creepy boss baby and his crew spot me to congratulate me on being a hero. Back in the Colosseum grind, I was catching a bunch of shadow Pokemon, and when I got to the second to last one, I killed Piloswine. I killed it, dude. What the fuck do I do? So my smart ass didn't save the game because between battles, it would have taken forever for me to run back to the PC, save the game, go and do a next battle, catch a Pokemon, go and save the game again. And I just didn't want to do that.
I'm a lazy fuck.
I'll admit. So look, I ran through everything all over again, caught some more Shadowmons, and finally chased after Venus an hour later where she just waited for me by the subway. My dumbass really almost took the bait too. Psych! She did. After I take the subway down to this random tunnel, these two goofballs try to stop us from chasing them, and what the fuck? Yo, they fucking died. What do you even do in this situation? I'm so serious. Like, there I just grab a key, which is gonna be very important for later. Over in XD, I went to the trap house to try and visit that part shop guy's grandpa, and for whatever reason, Chobin thinks that me, the 12-year-old boy, is, yes, going to rob him, and he is actively robbing him. And why does this guy have the shittiest Pokemon? He picked a Sunkern and a Gyarados. I mean, Gyarados isn't that bad, but like, okay, but seriously, after battling him the first time, I did think about robbing him in his most vulnerable state. No, he just brings out a, dude, can we call this like the fucking Groudon bazooka? This is so insane. Instead of maybe like stomping, eating, or like intimidating me, he just battles me with the same mid team and loses again. Great job, Chobin. Oh, on closer inspection, it's Virginia. Chobin comes to his senses, and the other doc says that the Robo Pokemon project is being shelved. I read these hooks around to find a note of Jovi roasting the shit out of Chobin. The robots under this room are made to look like a red Pokemon and a blue one. They're supposed to work, but Jovi's not sure if that's true, because Chobin says that Jovi can't take a ride. Jovi bets Chobin won't let Jovi take a ride because they don't work. Chobin's a cheapskate. Once I find Gramps in the basement, he actually agrees to go ahead and upgrade my scooter and decides to bring the Robo Kyogre back to his part shop. While I was in the Gatling gun port, I actually went to this crab club and grabbed a battle CD. Afterwards, I drove out to the desert where Cipher was spotted. Dude, I don't know what it is, but this place is so fucking eerie. It's just super empty. Obviously, it's a Rick Chef. It's a Rick Chef? Are we?
Is this freaking Morty?
There's not a lot of battling to do here, more so of the basic puzzles, but you can find a lot of really cool items here, including one of the most elusive battle CDs. After a battle with a Cipher member, this random chud comes out of the ship and tells me he was my only one Twitch viewer the entire time. I find out he lives here on the ship, and he explains he's been hearing some strange noises around at night. After investigating everything down the long hall is a little sleepy Bonsly. He's just so cute. Look at him. You're fucking lying, dude. So I peace out of here, but guess who's back for some revenge? They've been out of commission for a couple of years, and now I gotta go snatch my own chain back. Wait. Well. Y'all remember this chud? He's got a Shadow Zangoose, but of course, I can't catch it. I ended up losing this fight and decided it was time for some extra XP. So I shot over to where Mirror B was, and yep, I also forgot he's got a Shadow Pokemon too. But don't worry, I can actually catch this another time. It just takes an extra step. After defeating Venus and getting out of the Under, I ran straight to the Shadow Pokemon Lab, which you might recognize from Pokemon XD. And there, I caught a bunch of Shadow Pokemon, including some fun ones like Apom and Vibrava. It all feels kind of repetitive and drawn out until you have to find 3 correct DNA samples and use them in this analyzer to open the final door to the boss fight against the Cipher Admin Ein. He's got this insane gimmick where most of his team knows Confuse Ray, so you gotta try to hit through that and then also pray that they don't use Rain Dance, which they do, and then they'll automatically hit you with Hydro Pump or Thunder. And it's brutal. The entire fight is brutal, and I hated this until I was down to my last 2 Pokemon. Come on, big dog. The dog days are over, chat. How do I win this, dude? Is this Wait. wait. Hold on. If they hit themselves in confusion, I could win. Hit yourself. Fuck you. Huntail is confused. If he hits himself in confusion, it's GG's. I'm gonna heal here, and then hold on. I'm gonna confuse Altaria in a second. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Okay. There's a chance. There is a chance. There's a chance, dude. There's a chance. Come on. All right, the rain stopped. Thank God, bro. No. Please. Yes. Come on. I tank fly all day. This is the best Pokemon to be the last Pokemon on. It could be over. Please miss. How do you hit me? Okay. Give me something to work with. Yes. Hit yourself. Miss. What? How? Okay, what do I do now? I'm parried. It's gonna go first. I feel like if I use Confuse Ray, it gives me an opportunity to keep Altaria on the ground. Okay, I gotta heal. Please hit. Yes. Oh my. Dude, I can't have it my way all the time, right? This ain't Subway. That was scary, dude. I was so scared of a crit. Oh my god. Crit. It's over. Bro, that might be the craziest fight I've ever fucking done. That I will never get as lucky as that ever again. In similar fashion to the intro Colosseum, I had to take my revenge on Team Snagum. This entire dungeon was pretty battle heavy. Every corner and avenue was just full throttle Snagum ambushes. Biden! At the end of the place is the boss's office, and of course bro wants a fight. It was a freaking breeze, and all my Pokemon were shockingly putting belt to ass after he realizes that I'm not the enemy, and actually we're fighting for a common cause against Cipher. Right after, the mirror radar goes off, and he just so happens to be at the Pyrite Colosseum. So I went and snagged that nose pass that I missed from earlier. And actually, if you end up missing a lot of the other shadow Pokemon within the game and you don't perfect it on the first try, you can go in the Colosseum and Mirror B will be stacked with other shadow Pokemon as well. I just didn't want to do that because it's extra time, and like I said before, I'm kind of lazy. I got to re-challenge the Johnny Bravo guy and catch a Zangoose. That fight was almost kind of close too. Afterwards, these big bodyguards try to stop me from getting in until Mr. Gonzap steps in to handle it. This place has layers upon layers to peel back from. I mean, there's items, fights, shadow Pokemon, and even puzzles to dig into. I'm not even kidding, it is a 4-hour endeavor. Some of the box puzzles were cool. It kind of reminded me of the old Gen 3 strength puzzles I used to get stuck into as a kid. But without talking your ear off, here's all the shadow Pokemon I caught within the mix. And eventually I made my way to the top, where I had to fight a scientist to turn up the layer's voltage and attempt to dismantle their shadow Pokemon plans. So this yellow Power Ranger comes out to fight me, and his team was kind of nutty, I'm not gonna lie. I actually had to re-attempt this because it's the last one I need. No way it dies. I'm betting on it, no way it dies. Not to one confusion, unless it like crits or something. That would be crazy. I was able to reclaim the Arbok, and nothing could prepare me for what came next. This is Cipher Admin Gorgon, and for whatever reason, he walks on these big ass fists. Oh my god, E-Quake? Bali is GG's. He's dead for sure. Wow. I don't know yet, but I might need to start this battle over. Of course it's gonna Earthquake. We need a protector or something. I got no answer for this team right now. To prep for the final stretch of the game in Colosseum, I actually used one of the flutes I found earlier to purify Raikou. I bought some items and made my way to the Realgum Tower, which, if you remember earlier, it was completely under construction, but they've finished it now. And unfortunately, it's been compromised by some of the Cipher team members. My first stop was Mirror B, who shockingly has a mixed bag of Pokemon. Raikou and Umbreon did most of the heavy lifting for this fight, and to be honest, it didn't feel like much of a challenge. The big feet guy was up next, and yo, look at the size difference on this shit. Hey, he was kind of a problem. I mean, so much so that I actually had to take a break from battling and use one of the flutes on Suicune to purify it because I just couldn't win. I came pretty close in the first attempt with Suicune, but unfortunately I got stomped out by Whiscash's Earthquake. But this next plan was my best plan yet. Let me introduce you all to the Splash Bros. My entire plan was to use this Rain Dance and Surf combo with the both of them. Plus Torrent, plus Surf, plus Rain Dance. Torrent's huge. Oh wow, that did not do as much as I thought it would. And a crit. Oh my god, yeah. GG's, we win. Oh wow. A crit again? Yeah, bro, it's GG's. Unless you heal, like unless you predicted a heal, no. There's an intermission between the next boss fight where I catch a Shadow Sunflora, which is probably the most useless Pokemon in the entire area here. Afterwards, I tried my first attempt against Venus where her Milotic just cheesed the absolute fuck out of my Umbreon with Attract. This can't get any worse. This really can't. Hit yourself, bro. Just hit yourself, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Just don't crit. Oh, I don't know how many turns. There is no way, bro. You can't hit it. It confuses you every time. It does more damage than you. It can attract you. I don't get it. It is just better than you in all avenues. It does not matter. And guess what? She's probably gonna have a hyper potion too, isn't she? Whoa, my god. Speak of the devil. I'm about to just reset. I don't even know what this is worth. You're in love with a oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. You ran out of PP, so now you're blizzarding. God, bro, beyond everything, this is the worst Pokemon game I've ever played in my entire life, dude. What? So I pivoted over to the other Cipher peon to catch their Delibird. Oh wow. Okay, I'm so serious. I left everything out there on the court for my next attempt. Come on, hit. Yes. Oh, nice. A burn would be insane. Oh, hyper potion. Grrr. I should have used a Shadow Rush. Yikes, that's gonna kill Entei. That's GG's. Sorry, Entei. I am gonna have to see if this works or not, because I know Attract is coming. I could Rain Dance, but that's just gonna help my Milotic. I'm just gonna Thunder. I'm also gonna confuse Ray Blossom. Please hit. Please hit. Dude, what a time to be alive. Oh my god, man, war is over. War is over. There's no way a Blossom actually takes over my team. It's GG's. Oh my fucking god, it's over. That was actually insanely difficult. And finally, what felt like basically all game, Entei was ready for Purification. I returned back to the Realgum Tower, entered all the colored badges inside this wall, and out came one last Cipher peon where I snagged his hair across. So yeah, back in XD, I'm still stuck on fighting this little gremlin hands guy, and I just tried to think about what would be the 2 best leading Pokemon to survive Earthquake. I also taught my Houndoom Flamethrower because this guy has a god-awful moveset until the endgame. I also ended up teaching Teddiursa Earthquake. I sent out Electrode and Spheal first to try and take care of Celia. Please para. Oh my god, please para again. Oh my god. Oh my god, W Flamethrower. Oh my god, return has a carry. Oh, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is kind of a risky play. I'm gonna try an Ultra Ball it though. Let's see if we can get it first try. Oh my god, I cannot believe that paid off. Oh, fuck. It's gonna E-Quake. Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, dude, Chanel survived. I was on edge here because one more Earthquake could just end everything. This is kind of a risky play. I'm gonna try an Ultra Ball it though. Let's see if we can get it first try. Oh my god, I cannot believe that paid off. Oh, fuck. It's gonna E-Quake. Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, dude, Chanel survived. Mission, take out Ursaring ASAP. This is a risky play again. What the fuck, dude? That should have worked. Please kill. Oh, fuck, dude. No, 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 no. It's gonna kill Teddiursa. Oh, this is just like Screech? What the hell? We got Hypno too. And Confusion to send it off, and that's GG's. Oh my god, dude, what a tough fight. Afterwards, I get this downloadable list of all of the shadow Pokemon obtainable in the game, and yeah, I'm not even fucking close to finishing this shit. Now that I'm finished with the Cipher Key Layer, it was time for me to backtrack through the game and obtain all of these Battle CD. Yeah, believe it or not, there was 15 missing Battle CDs that only appear after you beat the Cipher Key Layer. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. I grabbed a bunch of healing items, Pokeballs, and talked to the old parts shop guy to check out the Kyogre boat. I take a ride out to the big lava island where Mini-Me and his little twins are. I think this is probably the longest stretch to a final part in a video game in Pokemon history because you got everything from shadow Pokemon here to battling, puzzles, items. This is a true finale. Back in Colosseum land, while I was completing a bunch of side quest nonsense in XD, I was battling pretty much every trainer I could for extra XP. This was all a big buildup for one of the first final boss fights in the game versus Gonzap. His team can be a little tricky if you don't play it right. I was able to wipe his entire team out, leaving me with just Suicune and Umbreon, and this is where things got a little shaky. Come on, give me a bullseye. I can't get 2 shakes out of this guy. It's got to be in red health. What if I just slightly bite it? First time I've seen 2 shakes. All right, man. I'm about to throw a timer ball. No shot. How many fucking turns has it been? Colosseum is hard for no reason. It is just like unenjoyably difficult sometimes. There was one Pokeball that shook twice. After about 45 minutes of trial and error, I got one to stick. You gotta be fucking lying to me, man. That Pokeball was almost so lucky. With a Pokeball? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. All I had left to do was battle through some trainers in this Colosseum fight, catch their shadow Pokemon, until I realized something. They do heal my Pokemon, right? My Pokemon aren't all dead. Real bad time to find out. They don't get healed? Oh man, I'm beyond fucked. Well, I might as well restart. I didn't know all that. Dude, holy shit, guys. I can't believe I didn't shower since last year. That's crazy. No! I didn't save? I don't even know what to say, bro. I gotta fight this guy again. Go buy all the balls again. Fuck. So you know what I did? 2 hours of pain and misery. Yep, that's what I did. Over and over and over and over. I really felt like this was the definition of insanity. All right, I got 2 balls left. Oh my god! Finally, dude! Fucking finally, bro. That took so long. No reason. There's no reason why it should take that long, bro. I've done it twice now. Oh my. And I'm never fucking doing that ever again. I will never do that again. Even on my personal playthrough, I will never catch that fuck ass Pokemon ever again, dude. That thing has given me too much. But while that was happening, I got really far in Pokemon XD. I caught almost 10 shadow Pokemon, beat a mini boss rematch, and even got another battle CD. The next day, I got the worst possible news ever. Look at that! Look! The culprit! No! I told y'all. Bro, we gotta start a war against Gappy. Ban him? We have to wait for a certain particular event. Also, Happy New Year, everyone. So we decided to take revenge by attempting to sabotage his Pokemon Emerald egg lock. Did you do your egg lock? No, I didn't do my egg, bro. Is this who did it? This is who did it. This is the man who did it. What moves do you want to give the Pokemon? Worst moves to give a Gen 3 Pokemon.
2,000 years later.
Actually from Mudskip. Let's see what Mudskip got us. He's probably sending us some Mudkip or something, right? It's you. How is it me? 2 Gappy. Just because there's a circular Pokemon on screen does not make it me. Football, that's weather ball. Holiday, that's rest. Centimeter, that's toxic. That's really good. And then protect. Am I supposed to stall with this Pokemon? The fuck? Oh, do you think he'd be good for Winona?
Actually, yeah. Like, genuinely.
Okay,
well,
I'm starting with him for Winona, and if he dies, it's all your fault, and I'm never gifting you a sub again, all right?
Wait. Anyways, today was another big push in both games. In Colosseum, I had to battle 4 trainers in a row with 1 shadow Pokemon each. They are not easy, and considering how underleveled I am, I had to be tactful about what I was doing. It took me about an hour to snag Miltank, Absol, Houndoom, and Tropius. On the other end in XD, I made a big leap by, catching, battling, collecting items, the vibes. This led up to the second mini-boss rematch against Cipher Admin Ein. Remember, the same guy we exposed on camera? At this point in time, shit is stressful. I gotta manage 2 high-intensity battles at the same time and stay alert on both screens and just hope I don't miss anything. Snagum led with a Metang and Quagsire that gave me a little bit of trouble, but I was able to claw back by wiping his Scizor with Houndoom. Things went back to being shaky after losing Ursaring with 1 HP left, but I was able to barely snag Soul Rock with the ball. Electrode almost O-code Cast Form with Spark, and now I had a major crossroad to face. I need to catch this Starmie off rip. I'm not bullshitting. I might lose this battle in XD if I don't catch this Starmie. Oh my god, I caught Starmie. Holy fuck. Snagum was a wrap, and it was finally time to set my focus back to Colosseum. After snagging all 4 shadow Pokemon in a row, oh my god, destroy Lonely. Bravo, bravo, well done. Why not become a Cipher Show battle trainer? Would you even consider it? I'll vouch that you will become a top star in no time. I wouldn't have minded making that proposition, but I'm afraid I'm not that big-hearted. I will destroy you in battle right now. You will know the humiliation of total domination before this crowd. Wow. And I'm fighting a ball sack on the other screen. Are my Pokemon healed? They healed my Pokemon! Y'all think Nascore is opium? At this point, for an entire hour, I was throwing balls to the wall at Metagross and kind of halfway dealing with Dusclops. From half court! Come on!
Ho ho ho.
Jumper, release. Is it green? Just sit down. While I was attempting that, I had another boss fight come up in Pokemon XD against one of the Mini-Me twins, and his name happened to be Ardos. I caught a Swellow on the first ball, wiped Alakazam, Kingdra, and Heracross, got Electabuzz down to half health, caught it on the first ball, then finally Snorlax was left. If I had any chance, that was the one. Oh my god, that was a big recoil. Holy fuck, that Snorlax is crazy. All right, bro, let's do or die. Ultra Ball versus Snorlax. To win or to lose? You just can't make this shit up, man. Immediately after, I got access to this building, which runs a cutscene of the Mini-Me man basically saying, couldn't believe I beat his followers, and he's gonna have to lock me up to see if I can reach him there. Surprise, surprise though, it was time for another Pokemon XD boss fight. Not who I wanted to see, but first, something caught me off guard. That should have been a catch on Metagross. That was the one. If I had any chance, that was the one.
One eternity later.
I bought 2 Buzz Balls yesterday and played Fortnite with my friends, bro. Buzz Balls are gross. I caught Metagross! Let's go! With a great ball! Oh my god, is it over? I was not even noticing. God, it's not over, Wes. Come on. We shall battle. Enough. Don't embarrass yourself, NASCAR. Sir, I beg your pardon. Yeah, good boy. What's going on? NASCAR's apologizing? Isn't he supposed to be the boss? Yo. It's the man you never thought. Chad, this is the mayor of Phenac Town. I never imagined you would get this far. Mr. Mayor, why are you here? Oh dear me, do you fail to understand still? You're such an innocent child. At times I am the affable mayor of Phenac, and at others I'm the secret boss of the criminal syndicate Cipher. It always be someone with a fuck ass, goofy ass, Ampharos ass looking Miltank body built haircut that is the evil secret villain of an entire organization living 2 lives at once. You never would know. I am Evice and I shall rule the world. He really Dr. Eggman. Now, this is where I drove straight into a reinforced brick wall at 300 miles an hour with no seatbelt. Unfortunately, the mayor's Pokemon are all plus 15 level advantages over me, and I tried everything. I really tried everything to beat this guy for over 2 hours and nothing worked. So I did what any sane person would do. I used rare candies. Thankfully, if you lose this fight, they let you rematch them until you're ready, which I think is just kind of funny because like the world is low-key about to burn from this dude, but everyone puts it on pause until you're ready to beat his ass. So I picked a pretty healthy number gap here and raised my team's levels at 50, which I thought was pretty fair. I had some crazy attempts, even one where Suicune almost clutched up until this happened. How many? Oh, wow. I only have 1. I'm gonna be sick, man. I'm gonna be sick. Crit. Oh! 1 surf, bro. Just don't full restore, please. Oh my god, it E-quaked. Oh my god. Does it kill Slowking? Espeon dies, yep. I figured. I can take 1 more E-quake and I outspeed with... Oh my god. Oh my god. This is tough. Do I kill with surf? What happens here? Pack it up. Call it a day. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Could it kill? Could it kill? Could it kill? Both of them. Okay. That's 1. Earthquake is gone. I think I win. I think I win. I think I win. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no 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 dude. Wait. No, we crit. Oh my god. the crit, man. So fucked. That doesn't crit and I win. It only took me a couple of attempts after to try to find my flow state. Okay, we got the Earthquake Survivor right here. Hombre. We're gonna confuse Ray and we're gonna Fire Blast Scizor. Huge. I know that kills. And I hope they send out Slowking or someone, especially if they E-Quake. Okay. I'm already thinking, wow, that was very lucky. Okay, so I know he's gonna D-Dance off rip the Salamence. Entei, I don't think I really have any use for Entei. There's Slaking still. I could try to confuse Salamence. Yeah, that's a great idea for sure. And I think I just sack Entei and I bring out Suicune. Wow, okay. All right, so they're both confused now. I think now I focus on Salamence like hard and I stomp and I go for a flinch. Hit yourself. Wow, that is insanely clutch. That's insanely clutch. Imagine. Well, it can't flinch, I guess. Wow, this is perfect case scenario. Hit yourself. Oh, that would have been nuts. All right, so I know Entei's gonna die here. Yep, I got two options. I can Suicune and try to kill off Salamence or Espeon and hope for a Confuse Ray, and maybe it snaps out of confusion, so I don't want to risk that. Suicune will outlive Earthquake at least. Hit. Oh my god. No shot. No shot, bro. No shot. I made that motherfucker not hit me once. Oh my god. Oh my god, the perfect Pokemon to do it. Flinch. Flinch would be crazy. Hit yourself. Oh shit. Confuse Ray, Slaking, and then I think I'm gonna set up Rain Dance. Oh my god. Oh my god. That sucks, but my only use for Espeon is, and it can survive Earthquake too. So I'm gonna send out Espeon, take out Machamp with Psychic, and then I have Rain Dance set up so then I can use Surf. Slaking doesn't hit next turn. Oh, fuck. Wow. 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 I Psychic, and then I Surf. Slaking is loafing. Oh my god, dude. Yes. Oh my god, bro. Yes. Slowking. Yep. And I still have Raikou. And Rain Dance is set up now. Wow. W crit. Holy shit. Okay. Rain Dance is set up, which means I'm gonna Psychic Slaking, and I am gonna Surf again. Yeah, Thunder is guaranteed to hit in the rain, for sure. Oh my god, W damage. Kill Espeon. Yes. Perfect. You did your job. Slaking's done. It Crush Clawed. No Earthquake can be used. Phenac comes out. It's done. Wow. 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 I am so shocked. Dude. 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 Uh-oh. That was interesting. Wait, this is interesting. Swapped abilities? What's its ability? No. Sandstorm double speed. Okay, so Phenac, Thunder, Suicune. We're master balling the T-Tar. It's not over yet. Job's not finished, chat. Job's not finished. Please. Wow. 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 And it's done. It doesn't matter. It's done. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh. If that Salamence did not hit itself every single time with confusion, I lose. I had the pitch perfect confusion on every single Pokemon on the Machamp and the Salamence. Dude, that should not have happened. I should not be here right now without RNG. You will not see that again. Never. The whole time, bro, I was so locked in. That might have been my most locked in moment of 2026. I'm not even kidding. What a way to start the year off, bro. Your plan, I think it just ended. Yeah, they shot that shit down. Is she G's under arrest? Get their ass. Hello. You know what's crazy? I sent out Umbreon and I went, oh fuck, I think I'm screwed. But then I thought about it and I was like, wait, Confuse Ray. That's the answer. The answer is Confuse Ray. Like, that's how you win that fight. God, man. We beat Colosseum, bro. Okay, look, I know the credits just rolled, but Colosseum is not done yet. We are far from finished. Unfortunately, I was still stuck in this freaking boss fight in XD, and I caved in that game as well, okay? I used rare candies on my whole team just to evenly level myself up ethically, okay? Nothing illegal going on here. And what a world of a difference it made. I first tried his entire squad, catching all the shadow Pokemon in the process. I made my way into the secret room where Mini-Me's other twin, Eldez, is ready for a fight. This is where the game's difficulty scales tenfold from before. He's got 4 crazy shadow Pokemon on his team with a full roster of 6. The Eldez fight really sucks because even if you weaken the Pokemon, your catch rates are so ass that you're just chucking everything out there until you win. I prepped my team with the ultimate weapon that Greeville has been saving for this moment. Hey! Codename XD001. Now freed of all adjustments, I present to you Shadow Lugia. This Lugia is the first of the Shadow Pokemon that cannot be purified. Now let us celebrate the completion of my Shadow Pokemon plan in advance. Fall prey to Shadow Lugia. Let's sit here, just let it marinate, just kind of cool off a little bit. Alright chat, hopefully it works, fingers crossed. I popped my Master Ball and got sat for the fight against Mini-Me because his whole team is full of Shadow Pokemon. Now look, normally it is borderline impossible to catch every single one of these Pokemon on your first attempt. Most people come back here and they refight him and, you know, it's not a big deal. But I wanted the satisfaction of doing this on my first try.
I'm lazy as shit.
I just wanted to see if it was possible. Come on, baby. Please. At the free throw line. Spin, spin. The shot's up. Green. Dude, I'm fucking embarrassing myself with that shit. Just give me like one opportunity to see that ball work. That'd be so cool if it did. Fucking kidding me. That's 3 out of the 6 Pokemon chat. Articuno and Zapdos and Tauros. All right, dude, just one big bird. I got 1 Pokemon left on the roster. Instead of attacking a Pokemon, I gotta revive. I'm gonna throw an Ultra Ball at the Tauros. I really need Tauros to catch because, like, I don't know. I just do. No goddamn way. There's no goddamn way. And then I have 3 Timer Balls and 16 Great Balls. We've done it. We've done it on the last Ultra Ball, bro. That is all 6 of the Pokemon caught on 1 fucking run. The main game is done, dude. That is really just half the battle, but it's done.
Let the credits roll.
Yes, cheer for me.
Cheer for me, old man.
What's the whole cast doing here? Back in Colosseum, I talked to Kale, who has some alleged info about a shadow Pokemon he witnessed at Snagum hideout, but unfortunately, he makes me battle him for it. How does this guy have strong Pokemon? Bro, we're boss battling all over again. I didn't realize everyone's teams were gonna scale to level 60, so I went ahead and decided to match that. So I popped out at the hideout and realized I had a lot of battling to do. While I attempted that, I snagged Quilava from the Team Snagum hideout. I received a couple of emails detailing about more shadow Pokemon existing. I met with Net, who had more info about this, so he sends me to fight some guy named Gurks for the info. After beating him, he tells me he spotted some Cipher peon in a green suit with a shadow bayleaf over in the shadow Pokemon lab. I battled my way through the Cipher lab, caught the bayleaf, and then of course I got more information about there being shadow Pokemon over in the Snagum hideout again. I was trekking through the hideout, and while I was there, I caught a Smeargle from yo, Mr. Biden? And then I snagged Ursaring in there too. But after the credits roll, I actually met with Egan, the guy from Agate Town, aka Gandalf, who challenges me to a battle against his whole team full of Pikachu variants. Okay, fun fact, allegedly you can get soft locked here. I'm not really sure why, but kind of a cool thing. I had almost every single shadow Pokemon caught, except for one little sneaky guy. And believe it or not, he was waiting for me close by. I went up the lighthouse, and there was Mirror B with all of his beautiful Ludicolo dancing with him. This scene is just so perfect, and something about this being the final shadow Pokemon that you catch is such a bow on top. And I don't know, I love the music in Colosseum. I think that's the only thing that's missing from Mirror B and XD. What a perfect finale to the series. I finished up the hideout by fighting the legendary Gonzap and collecting the D-Disc, which lets me join a secret Colosseum challenge in the Under. I finished the night in XC by using an infinite money cheat to buy out all the best scents for my shadow Pokemon, and I had over 30 plus Pokemon I needed to purify for Shadow Lugia. I started and finished the Under Colosseum battles, which had some familiar faces in the mix. By the 5th entry, the final fight has a Shadow Shuckle, which of course I went and caught. And after catching Shuckle, I had just one last shadow Pokemon left. After I received some eerie emails about some random guy with a shadow Pokemon causing a bunch of trouble in the mix, and apparently it turns out to be Wes, I drive over immediately and battle him. And his team wasn't playing around, but in the back is a freaking level 20 Togetic. Okay, now, after completing everything in Colosseum that I could, what's next? I got to work by purifying every shadow Pokemon, and of course, I had to use a little bit of some cheat codes to help me out here. Now, for clarification, there is an exploit in the main game, which you can actually do this when the Switch 2 version comes out. Hopefully they didn't patch this, but if you run inside of a random corner inside of different spots in the game, and you do this for a certain amount of time, every single Pokemon will start to get purified inside of your PC box. Not really too sure how this works, but there are multiple YouTube videos out there on how this exploit works, and also it's on the wiki if you're curious. Since I spent all evening purifying my Pokemon in XD, I finally reached my goal of putting them inside the purification chamber for Lugia. To my understanding, you just have to place the Pokemon in a certain order to where they're super effective to one another. This maxes out their tempo and flow, which allows you to purify Lugia. Now, I don't know the schematics or science behind this, and I never understood it as a kid because the official guidebook doesn't tell you how to do this. It just says good luck with purifying Lugia. Oh my god. Dude, that's crazy. Wow. It's done. Oh my god. I've never done that before. Earthquake, Psych Up, Hydro Pump. Damn, that thing is loaded. A nickname to Lugia. Luigi. But it feels good to finish a lifelong goal I've always wanted to do as a kid and finally as an adult. But I'm not gonna lie, it was anticlimactic and I wish it was crazier. Anyway, I pivoted over to the gruesome challenge of getting every single battle CD. These were placed all over in different locations in the map, but I was able to get them. And I just had 13 battle CDs left to grab, but they're nowhere to be found on the map. These are all obtainable by using the simulator inside the Realgum Tower, which essentially puts you inside the situational battle. It's actually kind of cool because I feel like it teaches you something that you wouldn't learn on your own unless you're watching like a Wolf VGC video or some type of VGC video. Some of the battles are fun. I felt like there was a few iconic ones like the Plusle on Minun, the Johto starters, the Kanto starters that are fully evolved, and then of course you get to use Ho-Oh and Lugia. And And I think most of these you can actually shiny hunt. Unfortunately, they're not obtainable Pokemon. It's still a cool feature. All the battle CD stuff took me around 2 hours total to get the 13 remaining CDs that I needed. And all that was left to do was purify the rest of my Pokemon in XD and do the Mount Battle challenges. Over in Colosseum, all that was left was prepping for the daunting final challenge, 100 battles in a row on Mount Battle. This was to get the legendary Pokemon, Ho-Oh. I don't know why, but this animation of selecting your team members just reminds me of Pokemon Stadium. I played that game so much as a kid. And so because I was burnt out of all this purification stuff I was doing, and now that I had Lugia, I just wanted to go pop in Mount Battle to get a head start on the challenge. And here's the team I went with. In Colosseum, each group of 10 fights takes a total of about an hour, because by the end of hour 5, I was about 52 total fights completed. It's pretty easy not to lose, unless you get some really hard battle or challenge like around 80. That's when things really start to ramp up. After almost 10 hours of battling straight non-stop, I finally reached the end. And of course, Egan is waiting for me. And his team was pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a couple of attempts to beat him, but I did it. And with that, I finally have done it, and I got the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh. During this entire thing, I was actually able to complete a whole round of 100 battles in XD, plus 35 on top of that. So the first Pokemon I ended up choosing was Chikorita, which was fine, but it just goes to show on how long these animations and cutscenes and stuff in Colosseum end up giving you extra time. I had a ton of work to do the next day, but to be honest, I was exhausted, I was burnt out, and I needed some sleep because it was 4 a.m. The next day, I ran through those 200 battles, and I'm gonna be honest, it was fucking exhausting. So much so that I did everything to keep myself active and awake. I reacted to shows. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. That's not bad. What are we doing, dog? I even did a whole Tootsie Pop challenge to see how many licks it would take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. If it don't taste like chocolate, you ain't there. Okay, I taste the chocolate. It took 186 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. It didn't take as long as I thought. I thought it would take all day. Bite it like how you freaks bite ice cream. Okay. I think one of the funniest battles in the game, but low-key kind of scary, is actually this trainer who somehow has access to all the Reggies. No. After a grueling 8.5 hour day, I completed all 200 battles and got the other 2 Johto starters, which, you know, didn't really feel that great, to be honest. There's only one. There's only one. Yes. We did it. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, but that's not all. I still had to purify all the Pokemon, the last 40 plus Pokemon. Now, during these 200 battle sequences, I actually had some Pokemon in the purification chamber, and this is triggered based on how many steps and time goes by in the game. But while I was doing this, I was able to purify somewhere around 15 to 20 Pokemon in the chamber, which was nice, but obviously with the 80 something plus Pokemon you had to purify, still got a lot to do. Why Scyther look like that? He's like... And I was rubbing scent after scent on these mons, just doing everything to stay alive. And finally, I saw the last one. Oh my God, dude. It's fucking done. It's so over. Let me go over here. Look at this. Just for reference, here's all the Pokemon. Here's Lugia that's purified in the flesh with the Master Ball. Yes, sir. Beautiful looking. all purified Pokemon. I even got all 3 of the Johto starters from Mount Battle, which you got to go through 100 battles a pop to get. Cyndaquil, Chikorita, Totodile. Here's all the rest of the Pokemon. Now the big question is, everyone wants to know, would I ever do this again? Fuck no. I would never. No.
We're never doing this again.
It was a cool idea at first, and I think it quickly got overstimulating, but part of the problem is that some of the challenges in this game are gruesome for no reason. I think they make them difficult and extended. Yeah, I think the battling is great. I love Gen 3, and I love some of the things they have to offer, but my critique is the fact that I think they made Colosseum a little too difficult for absolutely no reason. And for me, I think XD is a better game than Colosseum, but Colosseum also has some great things that XD doesn't. So I don't know, it's a mixed bag. If they fix the level scaling in Colosseum, it's a great game. There's a few things I left out of this challenge, like the Colosseum battles, but to be fair, you don't gain anything tangible from doing this besides the fact that you did it. I think they give you some items in the end, but it's not enough for me to warrant my time against doing that. I spent a full 7 days on this challenge, and in the end, I did what I was set out to do. If you want to see me do some other stupid challenges like this one, drop a follow on the Twitch channel. I marathoned the entire thing, and it was a blast, but I would like to do this maybe with some other games too. Subscribe for more videos, and of course, as always, Muddy out.